your back. People are unpredictable. People are unreliable. People are undependable. Yet, God uses people. You see, to really get to the heart of this matter, you have to understand choice. You see, choice suggests the right power and presence of available options, which provides access to another selection. In other words, in order to have a choice, there must first be another available option. Are y'all with me in here? And then one must have a right to the choice that is available to them, and one must have the power to make the choice that is among the available options. Are y'all with me in here? Therefore, what makes my argument so confounding is that God, after considering all of the other available options, after considering all of the other things that were at his disposal, all of the other possibilities, God resolved that the best option for the kingdom is to use people. See, y'all don't understand that. God looked past the angels. He looked past a whole lot of other things and resolved that I'm still going to use people. I'm going to use nasty attitude having people. I'm going to use alcohol drinking people. I'm going to use cussing people. I'm going to use fussing people. I'm going to use fighting people. God looked past all of our mistakes and determined and resolved, I'm still going to give people a chance. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. I get so sick and tired, Pastor McClanahan, church folk getting all cleaned up and putting their good church clothes on and their good shoes and hats and suits and acting like they perfect and acting like you ain't never done nothing. Acting like you ain't never been nowhere you shouldn't have been. Acting like you ain't never said nothing you shouldn't have said. Acting like you ain't never drank nothing you shouldn't have drank. Acting like everything you put to your lips is medicinal. You need to stop playing and understand that all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. You ain't been saved all your life. I wish I had about 15 people that could look back over your life and reflect on where God brought you from and thank him that he brought you from a long ordinary. Ordinary.
Yes, sir.
You see, Webster defines ordinary as usual, customary, not remarkable or special, and therefore uninteresting, unimpressive, and ordinary. Let me say it one more time. Webster defines ordinary as usual, customary, not remarkable or special, and therefore uninteresting and unimpressive. You see, there are many people who've taken an assessment of their accomplishments, achievements, and attainments and have come to the erroneous conclusion that they have ceased to be ordinary. Y'all not gonna help me. You think because you got a certain car that you better than the rest of us, that you live in a certain neighborhood, that you got a certain salary, that you got PhD behind your name and bishop in front of your name. You now think that you have ceased to achieve a status beyond ordinary. But the truth is, you are still just ordinary, just like the rest of us. Don't ever think your accomplishments gives you a higher status beyond that of ordinary. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, you just ordinary. Come on, look at somebody else and say, you just ordinary, just like that.
That's all we are. Ordinary. Yeah. Go ahead, Docket. Go ahead and preach.
In our text today, there are two primary ideas that the psalmist David is trying to convey to us. The first thing he's trying to to convey to us is the goodness, greatness, and glory of God. He wants us to understand or appreciate the goodness, greatness, and glory of God. I found out in my short 36 years of living that sometimes we take for granted just how good God is. We get up every morning, put our clothes on, fix our breakfast, drive our cars, and we go all day and never tell the Lord, thank you. Oh, they gonna help me. Sometimes we take the little things for granted, and we forget just how good God is to us. But David says in this psalm that we should never cease to be awed by God.
That's right.
We should never think about God and not be overwhelmed. Help me. We should never think about who God is and cease to be awestruck by his glory. The second thing is that David wants us to understand that God desires and designed our inclusion